how to implement contactless coupons without point of sale integration. Now, before we get into how you can do this for yourself, I'm going to quickly show you how Burger King are using the customer initiated redemption provided by POS. So here's a coupon already installed in Apple Wallet. I'm going to click on the link, scroll down to the tap on redeem here. And I'm just checking that I'm in the restaurant. I click on OK. Then I'm presented with the number to show the serving staff, which they can then enter into the point of sale. Now, once I've clicked that redeem link, that is now registered that that coupon has been redeemed, and you can see the pass is updated to show when I use that coupon. And also Burger King have real-time data that they can reconcile with those coupons that are used in store. Now, why are you going to use contactless coupons? First and foremost, nowadays your customers are demanding contactless. They're paying with contactless credit cards, but they also don't want to handle unhygienic paper or handing over email to be stamped and then handed back from your staff. So they're demanding contactless coupons and cards. Now, you may want to respond to this demand, but you might not have the ability, the budget, or the time to integrate contactless coupons, digital coupons with your point of sale software. And yet you need real-time usage data. I mean, obviously that's going to allow you to improve your campaigns, to improve the return on investment, to understand which customer segments use which coupons and which campaigns they respond best to. So we're going to show you how to do this for yourself. So I'm going to hand over to Patrick, who's going to show you how to do this in the POS platform. Okay, over to you, Patrick.
Thank you, Paul. What we have here is just my account set up. I'm not going to go into the setup of the actual campaign. I've already created the Burger King coupon in here. So we quickly just refresh ourselves. Let's do the chicken nuggets one. Now this is what we have set up. Very simple coupon, white background, black text. We get the free chicken nuggets image on the front. And we have the exact same for Google. We don't have anything set up with a barcode on here. It's not necessary since we're having the link on the back of the pass for the redemption here. Now let's jump right into how this is set up. So you just saw the whole flow in the video, so it's still fresh. So let's look at what we have set up in the portal here. We just saw the unredeemed design for the chicken nugget coupon. Let's have a look at the redeemed design. So after redeeming, the customer will see the other design. So you can see we have a slightly different strip image. We have a redeemed on date on there, and the same on the Apple Pass. We have redeemed on, and the image is slightly different. The link has been removed from the back, so you can use this to kind of change what the user sees. And I believe they also get a thank you message for Apple. So on the front of the pass, where previously we had the expiry date field, we now have the redeemed on date. And if you click on here, oh, I don't have a message there, but you could say, for example, here, thank you for redeeming on percentage ad. Now, because this field on redeem changes its value, so before it had the expiry date, now we'll have the redemption date, the customer is going to see a thank you message here. Now, how do we set up those landing pages, or the redemption pages as we like to call them? If you go back to your designs, next to the design that you want to set up, you can go to other actions and click settings. In settings, you'll notice there is a third tab called redemption. Now, this is where you can fully customize what your customer initiated redemption pages look like. On the right, you have a live preview. Essentially, what you see at the top here is all the different states that you can have. So if you remember from the video, the first time I come in, it's going to show me a confirmation message. If I say yes, I'm going to be shown the redemption page, which is the one you see here. If I say no, I'm going to be shown a thank you page, come back later. We get success message here, so the message to show after the coupon is successfully redeemed. We get the redeem message here, so what do we want to show if the coupon has already been redeemed, so coupons can only be redeemed once. We get the cancel message here, so what do we want to show if somebody's not ready to redeem, if they want to come back later. We get coupon expired and offer expired, and these are essentially shown if somebody tries to redeem an expired coupon. Then on the left here, you can see the 3 redemption types that we support. We have simple redemption, which is very easy. Somebody just clicks the link from the back of the card and that will instantly redeem the coupon. They will be asked if they want to redeem at that point in time, but that's all. That's the only interaction they have. So click link, do you want to redeem, yes or no? And then based on that, you either get the success message or you get the cancel message if you don't want to do it now. The second one, code shown to cashier, that's the one that we just demoed in the video. So in this case, the customer clicks the link, they're asked if they want to redeem right now, yes or no. And if they say yes, they get shown the redemption page with the image, with the text, with the fixed code to show to the cashier. And then there's a timer that you can configure. The third option we show, and this can be used in cases where you, for example, want to track redemptions per staff member or per location. So through very smart design of a process, you can add some additional depth and value in the data that you collect. For example, you could have one redemption code per staff member. So with this flow here, when the customer clicks the link, they aren't shown a code to present the cashier, they're shown a input box that they can then put a code in. And you can have a predefined list of codes, and only those codes can be provided. So each of your staff members, or at each point of sale, they could have a different code. So you can kind of see at which point of sale, which staff member does the most redemptions. So it's a slightly different process, but it can give you some additional value and data. Now, just go back to this one here. This is super simple. It's all click to configure. So if you want to change the image that we're using here, you can click on here and just change the banner image that's being shown. So let's say in this case here, I want to use a different image. Just click, upload, and now it's changed to this image here. The text we can configure, so it's all type as you go. How long do you want the redemption timer to show? So in this case, we have it set to 20 minutes, but you can change that to 1 minute or 10 minutes, whatever you want. And then here we have the code that we show on actual redemptions that's set to 9902. Other things that we allow in here is we can show a QR code here. So in case you have some point of sale that are able to scan a code, you can use this here. So somebody wants to redeem, instead of you typing in the code or your staff typing in the code, your scanner can just scan this to transfer the code across. So we support all types of barcodes, also 1D barcode here. So it's just a little thing to make it a bit easier for you in case you have some point of sale where you can scan, other point of sale where you just use key input. Coupon SKU, instead of using a fixed code for everything, you can use a unique code. So an SKU is an individual unique code that you can set on each coupon. It can be unique per coupon, or it could be the same for all coupons. But ultimately, SKUs are codes that are typically known by your point of sale and will automatically apply a discount. So by enabling this, then what we do is automatically will input the coupon SKU inside the red box here. So if you have unique SKUs for each coupon, then you can use this essentially to do so. It's very powerful. Yeah, for the rest then this is just all configuring these individual messages and pages. So super simple, just click as you go and you can just configure it in here. Now let's change this up a little bit. So we just saw the code shown to cashier redemption. Let's do the code provided by cashier. Let's change this now and let's then go through the demo again and see what this looks like. So in this case, I want to configure which redemption codes are valid. Now there's 2 in here, I was playing with it earlier, but what you can do here is just add the codes that you want to allow. And it could be text, or it could be numbers, or it could be a combination. But ultimately, these are the codes that we will allow as valid inputs for here. So you could, for example, have a different code for each of your employees. Now in this case, let's see if this works. So we have this here, we can change the text. So let's make this redeem. I'm okay with everything else. I'm just going to save this. And now what we're going to do is I'm going to issue a new coupon for myself by clicking this link. And I'm not going to do this on mobile. I'm just going to stay in my desktop. So we've detected here that I visited on an Apple device, so we get the Apple render. I'm just going to show you guys the Google Pay design, because for Google Pay they have browser render. So instead of me having to switch to my phone, I can just show you guys what this looks like in browser. Now this is my coupon and we have our link at the bottom. So I'm going to click that link to redeem, and tada, here we have the updated redemption page that we just did. If you remember the codes that we can input here, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6 and ASD. Now if I do anything else, then this will not redeem it, will say invalid code. So the only way for me to redeem is to 1, 2, 3, 4, redeem. Coupon has been redeemed, and now we'll see also that the image here should have been updated to the new image, and we now have a redemption date on here. So that's that, super simple. With that, I'm going to give it back to Paul.
Thanks, Patrick. You can see just how easy it is for you to implement contactless digital coupons for Apple Wallet and Google Pay for your brand. Give it a go today and let us know how you get on.